Hello out there in Radioland.
Garage rock pair extraordinary, the X-Bombers here.
And you're listening to
Punk Rock Demonstration.
He's a bad, bad man. Whoa. Oh, he's a bad, bad man. Whoa. The sun goes down 'cause he comes out at night. His right hand's how they make dynamite. He heads north and the birds fly south. Better not catch his name in your mouth. Town to town, he lives the hot life and combs his hair with a switchblade knife. His sugar hole is never sweet. He's gonna break you down from your head to your feet. And if he shoots, he doesn't miss, especially not in a town like this. Look out now, 'cause he's coming away. He's got bad intent that makes everyone say, well, he's a bad, bad man. He's a bad, The sun goes down 'cause he comes out at night. His right hand's how they make dynamite. His sugar hole is never sweet. He's gonna break you down from your head to your feet. And if he shoots, he doesn't miss, especially not on a night like this. Look out now, 'cause he's coming away. He's got bad intent that makes everyone say, well, he's a bad, bad man. He's a bad, bad man. What a bad, bad man.
Start off our show today with the X-Bombers there with a promo and a song called He's a Bad, Bad Man. And as they said, you're listening to the Punk Rock Demonstration. I'm Jack, and our show is here every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time over at punkrockdemo.com. Again, that's punkrockdemo.com. Play punk rock for 2 hours here, and I've got plenty of that. So let's continue with some more punk rock. And I've got a whole page full of new music, which I'll be playing in the second hour. So right now, let's continue with some classic tunes. Let's take a listen to some Crumb Bums. This song's called No Compromise.
Not
Got a new rose in my hand. Gonna white riot with the clash. I'm gonna play the Buzzcocks. Baby Spiral Scratch. Destination 77. Destination punk rock heaven. Destination 77. Destination punk rock heaven. On the streets, the Clash City Rocker. Made plans in Nigel, but I don't think I'll bother. Babylon's burning, I got you sus. I'm hanging out with the Ruts. Destination 77. Destination punk rock heaven. Destination 77. Destination punk rock heaven. I'm knee with the damned. Got a new rose in my hand. Gonna white riot with the Clash. I'm gonna play the Buzzcocks. Baby Spiral Scratch. Destination 77. Destination punk rock heaven. Destination 77. Destination punk rock heaven.
day, yeah, it ain't funny. Still fucking broke, I ain't got no money. Can't get ahead, my life is shit. Work, 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 I'm gonna wind up dead. Don't know where to go, don't do. You fucking work, yeah, you're fucked too. Work, work, I don't wanna work. I don't wanna work no more. Work, 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 I don't wanna work. I don't wanna work no more. Fuck you. Working all day, yeah, it ain't funny. Still fucking broke, I ain't got no money. Can't get ahead, my life is shit. Work, 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 I'm gonna wind up dead. Don't know where to go, don't do. You fucking work, yeah, you're fucked too. Work, work, I don't wanna work. I don't wanna work no more. Work, 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 I don't wanna work. I don't wanna work no more. Fuck you. There's got to be a better way. This is bullshit. There's got to be a better way. Like that. Working all day, yeah, it ain't funny. Still fucking broke, I ain't got no money. Can't get ahead, but like this shit. Work, 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 I'm gonna wind up dead. Don't know where to go, don't do. You fucking work, yeah, you're fucked too. Work, I don't wanna work. I don't wanna work no more. Work, work, I don't wanna work. I don't wanna work no more. Fuck you.
That was some Axton Smash there with Work, and some Ruby with Breakdown before Axton Smashed. Jack Vicious with Destination 77 before Ruby, and some Sanity Assassins with Anal Sex. Wonder how that band is doing. They were pretty active back in the day. Haven't heard much from them recently. They've got good stuff though. Questionable songs, however. Anyways, let's continue with some more punk rock here in the punk rock demonstration. I'm Jack, by the way, and here's Time Again. The song's called Me and You.
with the Clockwork Crew. 7792 with the Clockwork Box with the Clockwork Crew. Oh yeah, with the Clockwork Box on the author's doom. 7782 with the Clockwork Box with the Clockwork Crew. Oh yeah. Since the spirit is alive, this is our game. We'll be marched forever for 20 years, running with the youth. This is our life, this is our truth. Love for march another space. Mountain hunger like the thunder. With that last days of booze, living dead from our roots. Clockwork Box with the Clockwork Crew. 7792 with the Clockwork Box with the Clockwork Crew. Oh yeah, with the Clockwork Box on the author's doom. 7782 with the Clockwork Box with the Clockwork Crew. Oh yeah, author's doom.
Heard some Clockwork Punks there by O. McLee, and Concrete Burial before them with Full Scale Attack. Killer Hearts with Bedlam for Heartbreak before Concrete Burial. Bad Nasty with Chaos's Order, and Shattered Faith. I saw that Bobby from Shattered Faith, the bass player for Shattered Faith, had a birthday recently, so reminded me of them and figured I'd play that song, even though I always play that band because it's one of my favorites. So yes, that was some Shattered Faith. And now we're going to continue with some Starving Wolves. This song's called Four Walls.
4 walls in a bottle, 4 walls in a ring, 4 walls in a bottle, 4 walls just like this girl. With the bottom in a belt to that girl, when I'm in the eye in the club, it's a long way from a blind eyes. What you see with bloodshot eyes, 'cause I'm different. compose myself. It's been long, long time since you've been gone. I can still remember conversations we had. Too bad that's all that now lingers on. So many times I nearly fooled myself that somebody like you could give a damn about me. But then one day you stepped into my life, all my strife was a fleeting memory. Over and over in my head at night, didn't lose the battle and give up the fight. To let you go then didn't make things right. Can't hide the tears from my eyes now that love's gonna pass me by. Bearing my life as I must did you wrong. From the road once again was driving us away. I pushed aside the things that meant so much with the hope that you'll be happy someday. I will regret now like the lines on my face. Not a day passes on that you don't cross my mind. Could erase the spirits of a broken heart, a chance presents since I'm with you doing kind. Over and over in my head at night, didn't lose the battle and give up the fight. To let you go then didn't make things right. Can't hide the tears from my eyes now that love's gonna pass me by. But then one day I gathered up the nerve to tread on all those ways I thought not to cross. In for this pain that flowed deep down inside, that still housed the dreams that all was not lost. Upon the threshold I now made my ascent. Towards the door I shall close, no one careless day. When none electric past the buzzer revealed that your name long on it faded away. My head at night, didn't lose the battle and give up the fight. What went wrong? Didn't make things right. What went wrong? What went wrong? Can't hide the tears from my eyes now that love's gonna pass me. La tête à laisser prendre le peu de mon loup à changer, assez de ces sociétés qui n'ont fait que le chômage et la précarité. Ce monde est de vous braver, ce monde est de vous braver. Assez, 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 assez de la précarité. On veut vivre avec dignité. Assez, 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 assez de la précarité. On veut vivre avec dignité. Et classe contre classe, à force de prendre de coups, on sera prêt à tout. Il y a des jours on pourrait tout casser, à force d'être à dire que rien ne peut changer. Assez, 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 assez de la précarité. On veut vivre avec dignité. Assez, 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 assez de la précarité. On veut vivre avec dignité. Assez, 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 assez de la précarité. On veut vivre avec dignité. Assez, 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 assez. to see. Why did you lie to me? Why did you never see? Why did you lie to me? Why did you never see? Why did you lie? Life's been built on a pack of lies. Why did you lie to me? Why did you never see? Why did you lie to me? Why did you never see? Why did you lie? Life's been built on a pack of lies. No more, you're not here anymore. No more, sick of you to the core. No more, what a waste of a life. No more, controlling of my life. Why did you lie to me? Why did you never see? Why did you lie to me? Why did you never see? Why did you lie? Life's been built on a pack of
Special Duties there with Lie to Me, and some Dead City Shakers with Ship of Beggars, Royal Oil with Docs and Tattoos. Before Dead City Shakers, I spelled tattoos, tattoos. At least that's what I wrote down, but I'm sure I'll have that fixed before I type the playlist on the website, in which you can find at punkrockdemo.com. I publish every single show's playlist on there, so you can follow along and also download the old shows in the archives. Before Royal Oil, we heard Los Fastitos with Asses As Is, and some Slackers with What Went Wrong. I've got one more familiar song before I play those songs you've never heard of before in our second hour here on the punk rock demonstration. I'm going to continue with the Baboon Show, and then I'll play some new music after that. The song's called Could You Be It?
There's always something I
of that same old stuff they call punk rock? Well, take a listen to these upcoming songs. Never before heard anywhere. It's the Punk Rock Demonstration New Music Block. Remember, you heard it here first on the Punk Rock Demonstration.
My friend called me the other day and told me what everybody's been saying, talking about me behind my back. You should know better than I think I give a crap what they say. Yeah, I can't explain. Yeah, I don't care what they say. I'm probably right anyway. Drunk and irresponsible, always confrontational, rotten like a vegetable. It's been left out in the sun. Drunk and irresponsible, running with the devil, laughing like a jackal. Your beer smells like fun. Whoa, 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 whoa. Irresponsible, confrontational, reprehensible. Like a jackal, your beer smells like fun. Your beer smells like fun. Your beer smells like fun. Whoa, 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 whoa.
preciosas camiblan se parla l'eufemisme, la cultura de l'esforç en més. Fes un fons contra tu mateix, no guanyarà res, combats d'autoestima. Es passa contra mi mateix. Depressió, lluitar un somni teu acaba malament, combats d'autoestima. La meva implicació s'acabarà de cop. Pixar-me sobre teu no pagarà cap foc. Suport un mecanisme, canviar peces que vibren, potser part de la família, el que tens la meva firma.
That was Brand New Crim with Combats de Autosimgrima, not quite sure how to pronounce that, and some Molly's Habit before Crim with Shapeshifter, School Drugs with Wash Away. That wasn't quite a new song, but they've got a new album coming out in October. I believe it's in late October, right before Halloween or something like that, and not supposed to play their songs until after it's released, so I played an old one on our new music segment. I guess it's sort of kind of related where they're coming out with new music, but I can't play their new stuff, so I figured I'd play their old stuff. They're coming out with new stuff. And heard Marvels before School Drugs. That song's called Drunk and Irresponsible. I don't know if it's pronounced Marvels or Marvels. I remember when I was playing Carvels NYC, I was calling that band Carvels, and that was incorrect. It was Carvels, so it makes me wonder if this Marvel is Marvel. But then again, that Disney Enterprise is, well, the one that Disney acquired is Marvel, so whatever. English is confusing. Let's just continue with some more punk rock, new punk rock here in the punk rock demonstration. Here's the Fods now. The song's called I Get Blamed.
I get blamed for all the sunshine. I get blamed for going out at night. I get blamed when it's a shit show. And I get blamed for being right. Nothing that I do is right. Nothing that I try you like. Nothing that I buy you is right. So for now I'll just stay quiet. How about you try something? Try to make my life nice. I bet you struggle to think of one thing that I'd actually like. Nothing that I say you hear. Nothing in my head is clear. Nothing, now I'm vulnerable. So for now
sunshine. Get blamed for going out at night. I get blamed when it's a shit show. And I get blamed for being right. Nothing that's yours is mine. Nothing that is genuine. Nothing's like it was at first. Waiting for my heart to burst. Can't you see all I do? Can't you see what's it cost? It's all I can do for you to make sure it's not all I get blamed for all the sunshine. I get blamed for going out at night. I get blamed when it's a shit show. And I get blamed for being right. still remember days and nights spent together. When I look back, it always makes me smile. It meant so much to me, being free from adult scrutiny. Our own community, creating our own style. From early days, we thought it last forever. As we grew older, our hearts are different ways. Our time together came from out of nowhere. Life already forming our formative days. Life's so much simpler than without responsibility. My aging mom is testament to all that has been learned. I felt like they made me long gone, but love for life that lingers on. Bump road strong with age, still cannot be done. I still remember days and nights we spent together. When I look back, it always makes me smile. It meant so much to me, being free from adult scrutiny. Our own community, creating our own style. From early days, we thought it last forever. As we grew older, our hearts went different ways. Our time together, they came from out of nowhere. Like my friendship force, our formative days. In our formative days. Our formative days. Our formative days, yeah.
Hey, I got an idea for a song.
Okay, cool. What is it?
It's called Fanny Pack, 1, 2, 3.
You're a clown. I'm out.
Fanny pack, 1, 2, 3. You know it's kind of winking, kind of glittery. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've got a fanny pack right on me. It's just like something I can out of 1983. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa, I love my fanny pack. Yeah.
heard the Puncturist with 55 there, and some Loosketeers, I think. That song's called Fanny Pack. That was off of this final couple songs from this Dammit Records September 2025 Dammit Records compilation, and it was preceded by Muffrey and the My Fanwees with Formative Days. Both those songs were off that final Dammit Records compilation 2025 September. They claimed to have sent over 3 songs, but I only got 2. And then we heard some Duck and Cover before Muffrey and the My Fanwees with Bored in the City. Let's continue with some more brand new punk rock here in the punk rock demonstration with some TA80. The song's called Roller Rink Days.
Friday night and there's nothing going on. Can't find a way to unwind. The mirror ball and the strobing disco lights, all kinds of trouble to find. Glowing rows of arcade games. I'll always write your name in the hallways leading me back to the roller rink days. It's coming up. It's coming up. Leading me back to the roller rink days. Robotron, I got it going on. There's just no topping my score. Black light, hey, lead me home tonight. Got my wheels on the floor. Glowing rows of arcade games. I'll always write your name in the hallways leading me back to the roller rink days. It's coming up. It's coming up. Leading me back to the roller rink days.
Attention skaters, we have a special announcement from the manager and proprietor of the Lesser Creatures Roller Rink. $4 standard skate rental, $5 for quads, $6 for inline skates. If TA80 tries to come in here, kick them on out. They've been loitering at the Space Invaders machine a little too long. United we are eternal.
the street. I can give the girl the eye, and she'll fall at my feet. Life is such an easy game when you know how to play. There's nothing that I can't do on a good hair day. Good hair days, they don't come often. You gotta make it work for you. You gotta get down to it and do everything you want to do. Check out Soul's hair. Good hair days, they don't come often. You gotta make them work for you. You gotta get down to it and do everything you want to do. I could be the president, I could walk on the moon, I could play a symphony on a saw and a spoon. I got the strength of 50 men, so get out of my way. Nothing can defeat me, it's a good hair day. Nothing that I can't do, it's a good hair day. Nothing's gonna touch me, it's a good hair day. It's a good hair day. It's the only way to be. It's a good hair day. A good hair day, hair day.
The kids used to dig the rock and roll, but now it's like music is in a hole. So much junk, it's what we hear. What happened to the sound we held so dear? What happened to? What happened? What happened to the rock and roll? What do you hear? What do you? What is there for us to cheer? Rock and roll's thrills, rock and roll's noise, rock and roll's girls, rock and roll's boys, rock and roll's thrills, rock and roll's noise, rock and roll's girls, rock and roll's boys. We used to go, we used to go to $5 shows in a basement of a local bar. Play that guitar. Now tickets cost $100. What do they think? We'll rent a tux. $100. Man, that sucks. When we were kids, we loved rock and roll. But what I hear now, it's got no soul. It sounds so perfect, made by a machine. Not like that rock and roll when I was 13. What happened to? What happened? What happened to the rock and roll? What do you hear? What do you? What is there for us to cheer? Rock and roll's thrills, rock and roll's noise, rock and roll's girls, rock and roll's boys, rock and roll's thrills, rock and roll's noise, rock and roll's girls.
Heard a band from Germany there with a song called Join the Underground. The band name is pretty interesting. They Promised Me Ponies. Angel Face was before They Promised Me Ponies with Out in the Street. Then we heard two songs off this split from Rob Moss and the Skin Tight Skin. The one before Angel Face was by Rob Moss and the Skin Tight Skin with What Happened to the Rock and Roll, and Eaton Mursky, I think, with Good Hair Day. That split was a split between those two bands. And before Eaton Mursky, we heard Concrete Funhouse with What Happened to the Caterpillars. And I've got one more segment of new punk rock here in the punk rock demonstration before I end off our show until next week on Mondays from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. Let's continue with some Crash 08. This song's called Vibe.
5, 6, 7, 8, how'd you know I'm fucking gay? I was sitting with my boyfriend just across the bar. We had a bit with lunch until you from afar. Now we don't do this much. You're crying, oh that sucks. I guess this Uber's $50. You need a ride. My boyfriend and I, we don't wanna make him nervous. We're not here to hush a night. No, baby, you decide. Take all my fucking time. My boyfriend thinks you're fine, and so do I. We saw you from across the bar, and baby, we just really like your vibe. Oh yeah, we really like your vibe. The sneakers and the t-shirt you left in my car. I thought that I might keep them, make a work of art. I'm mounted on the hood, you know I'm getting really good. I'm gonna move to Hollywood, you think you're down? Let's blow this fucking town. Don't mean to make you nervous, girl, but if you went around, well then I'd probably die. Thank God you're just my type. I'm like her, you're the bike, I'll take you for a ride. We'll run the traffic light, get hit and die. Oh boy, I really like your vibe. Oh yeah, I really like your vibe. Don't tell me you don't care, this isn't fair. Oh hey, I like your politics and how you dress yourself like letting me apocalypse. Hey, I like your smile. I like to use your teeth to clean my tongue a while. Oh hey, I like your vibe. You could crush me like a cannon, it would be a fucking vibe. I like your vibe. I like your vibe. I like your vibe. I like your vibe. I like the car you drive. That's such a fucking vibe. I met your mama's side and she had such a vibe. We're hitting 99. We're reaching overdrive. We have to cut the line before he goes and blows and by my boyfriend fucking died. Who gave him cyanide? He tried to kill my vibe, so he's disqualified. He kinda dead inside, but I'ma let it slide. I'm slightly horrified. My God, you're such a vibe. Next time I need a ride, I'm keeping you in mind. 'Cause there is nothing in your eyes, and it's a motherfucking vibe. Oh, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Vibe, 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 vibe. Oh my God, you're such a fucking vibe.
Waves crashing with a bang, my senses elevating, brain waves are stimulating, I can feel my pulse racing, sand, salt and taurine, sweat mixing with the breeze, I'm a monster, can't you see? Oh caffeine, do what you do to me. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. I'm walking like a ghost, 'cause I'm still half asleep, but I rise from the dead.
cup of coffee, one cup of coffee, and I'm good to go. One cup of coffee, one cup of coffee, one cup of coffee, and I'm good to go. I'm walking like a ghost, 'cause I'm still half asleep, but I rise from the dead when you reign over me. Baby, you unleash the rock star that I know I can be, all because you do what you do to me. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da. Oh, come on, baby. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. Do what you do to me. 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 Do
It's such a beautiful day and I wanna play along, but I have to go to work. You know that's fucking wrong. I should be working for me, but I'm working for them. And the whole damn time I'm thinking, when is this gonna end? I'll keep my eyes out for my chance. It's coming round the bend. 'Cause it's time for me to have fun and forget about them. I'll call in sick for you if you call in sick for me. And we'll go outside and have fun, run around and be free. It's such a beautiful day, there's a breeze in my hair, there's a spring in my step, and there's a song in the air. Some people smile at me and I smile back at them as I walk along this road that I've been down so many times. It's such a great big fucking world, and there's nowhere I've been. The only thing I've seen, well, I've seen it all again. I haven't left this part of the world in quite a long time. It's time for me to quit my job and hit the road again. It's such a beautiful day and we're playing in the sun. I don't have to guess your thoughts, 'cause baby you're the one. First we'll climb a tree and we'll nap in the shade. You tag me, now I'm in, but I know where you might hide. Grass stains on my jeans and bruises on my legs, but baby I'm okay, 'cause we had lots of fun. The dog is pretty tired and it's the end of the day, but tomorrow we'll go out and have fun, run around and be free. and spacious. I got shoes on, one with no holes, gotta meet up. One with no souls, feel it vibrate. So I answer, I got speaker, like a wanker, but it's confirmed with an Uber. Feeling concerned that I'm sober, but I push on anyway. I'm here now, I should just stay. Inside I just want to say,
oh, I just wanna go home, just wanna get home. I made a mistake, I don't wanna be here, it must run me home. All that is clear, wanna home, just wanna get home. I'm looking around through vacant eyes, I'm taking my shoes, take off my disguise, wanna home. Fear of missing out keeps me hopeful. Social anxieties bring me down. I'll spend all day planning to go your way, but I close my eyes and I wind up downtown. Stand around with a smile on, the music plays, we all know this song. Company's cool, I should stay all night. The reason for it, but the fact is I just wanna go home, just wanna get home. I made a mistake, I don't wanna be here, I must run me home. All that was clear, I wanna home, just wanna get home. I'm looking around through vacant eyes, time to take off my shoes, take off my disguise, wanna home.
That was Boudica there with Let Them, that band from Australia, and the Mushniks with Wanna Go Home, Tom Markey with Callin' Sick before the Mushniks, and Del Cobras with Caffeine. I don't think I'm going to survive with just one cup of coffee. Like they said in the song, might need a lot more than that. Good mixture of tunes there with them all sort of kind of being related to each other coincidentally, even though they've got no relation to each other when they sent over the songs, other than they were just this week's new music, and they sent it all over at about the same time. So maybe it's more than a coincidence. Anyways, let's end off our show called Punk Rock Demonstration with Osis. The song's called Ambition Inhibition. So hope you enjoyed the show, and tune in again next week on Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time for another show. And if you missed that one, listen on Tuesdays from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. Pacific time for the repeat. Here's Osis. I'll talk to you all next week. Thanks for listening.